it's actually because your timing was poor that you had to try to do it down here, which is where we're going in this. All right, so early part of the backswing, there is a specific speed to this that professionals have that we don't see amateurs have.
This is a mind bender, if you will. You've been taught like me over the years to go back low and slow, right? I mean, I had it a lesson years ago. We probably all had it at one point, or we read it in a magazine or saw it.
Yes, and there's always going to be exceptions to everything.
Yep.
In general, you're going to find that the professionals, they reach their maximum hand speed roughly at the midpoint of the backswing. So then it slows down into the top.
Right, and it makes sense really if you're swinging an object in space here, right? Now it's going to let it swing back and forth kind of freely and then change direction. It's going to get some speed early so it can die, and then it's going to speed up again.
Because the goal is to change directions, right? We want to get a quick speed and downswing. We see a lot of golfers actually will, if you kind of see the wheels turning and the positions they're trying to hit, so see it go back slow, go back slow, go back slow, go back slow, and then realize that, you know, that they've got it and then everything folds and bounces. Sometimes it'll even actually bounce off the shoulder.
I've seen it. And that's a great point. You want the club to be dying up here, so if you don't pump some speed in early, you don't have enough momentum to give yourself enough energy up here to get things moving. You have to bounce it, and you don't want the club to be speeding up as it goes in the top, because I got to change direction somehow. It becomes way more difficult to do that.
Well, the whole goal of the golf swing really is to control and swing mass, the weight of this club, to our benefit. When it's going into the top and bouncing around, now the club is almost swinging you, and you're kind of at its mercy, and it never comes back.
Exactly. And, you know, the best way to feel that, and we've given this lesson to so many people, is get this club started here, right? Then heel off the ground on the trail side, put the heel down, swing, and then you almost feel let the momentum of that die, and then you can change directions so much more efficiently.
The speed you want to feel kind of waist high to waist high.
In this direct, yeah.
You want to kind of start waist high again, heels up, step on it, swing it back, and then I'm letting just kind of coast into the top. Now I'm ready to start to high speed the other direction.
Yeah, if I want to get this moving fast early, I don't want it speeding up late, because I have to use a lot of energy to slow it down again. And normally when you do that, that's a lot of this casting motion.
It's a sequence killer.
Exactly right.
Let's take a look at 5 recent tour winners. These guys are all built differently and have very different looking swings compared to one another. But when you look deeper at what their swings look like, you're going to see very similar things with regards to what we call pro timing. This is where player number 1 has reached his maximum hand speed in his backswing. His hands have accelerated from a dead stop at address to where he is right here. Then his hands are slowing down over the rest of his backswing. Here's where our second winner gets his maximum hand speed.
The only place you
Here's
can
where
get in
number
trouble.
3 reaches his max hand
The
speed.
absolute only place you can get in trouble, and I find it.
And lastly, player number 5. If we go back and show you each of these guys again, you can see the window in which they hit their maximum hand speed in the backswing. And when we show this to golfers in lessons, what surprises them most are really 2 things. 1 is how small this window actually is, and 2, how early it happens at the backswing. And the reason they're surprised is because we often see amateur golfers not reaching their maximum hand speed until well after their lead arm is parallel with the ground in the backswing. All right, so we've got the club moving away faster earlier in the golf swing, moving down later, right? Makes sense. You see great players do that every time you watch them play. Now let's add to this the overall time amount in the golf swing. Okay, so from address to impact, roughly 1 second. It's a little less than 1 second. You can call it 1 second. Okay, 3/4 of that 1 second is gone when you get to the top.
Right.
So the downswing, only 1/4 of the golf swing left. Now you're slowing down going into the top. The first couple feet is roughly half the downswing. Okay, so that's when things have got to be ramping up. That's why it's important to go into there with a little coast so you can come out of there in a good spot. An easy way to think about the hand speeds involved when transitioning from backswing to downswing is to think like a race car driver approaching a hairpin turn. And if we zoom in on this pro golfer's hand path, that's exactly what it is. It's a hairpin turn at the top of the backswing. And the key for successfully negotiating a tight turn like a pro is to slow down going into the turn and then speed up coming out of the turn. And too often we see the exact opposite from amateur golfers.
Well, it makes a good point. We've had people come through, and we'll measure them on gears. It can be fast and full. And they've been trying to kind of keep their arms up, kind of passive, late. Really don't add any speed early. The problem with that is, if you want to get maximum club head speed to the ball, this speed has to ramp up really early. So if you're taking your time, waiting, and maybe keeping your arms up, there's no time to get that early speed, and the speed will never get into the club head.
Right, your max club head speed in the downswing should be roughly around
Hand speed.
hand speed.
Yeah.
What did I say? Club head speed?
Yeah.
Hand speed should be roughly around kind of this middle downswing part, so you have time to transition that to the club head. If I'm slow, it'd be like you and I having a 100-yard race and me giving you a head start. Probably not a good idea if I want to win the race.
No, or even like the bobsled thing, right?
Right.
You want the guy immediately getting a speed early so he can jump in the car and think to go. You don't want to be going slow down the track and the other guy's going to go past you.
Yeah, there's no magic that makes things go faster to the club. You've got to start putting that effort in early. Now let's look at the timing of those same 5 winners we looked at before, going now in their downswings. This is where player number 1 reaches his maximum hand speed coming down. A couple things to note here. 1, the club head is still well above his head. Number 2, from this point forward to impact, his hands are slowing down as his club head is essentially doubling its speed. As we scroll through the rest of these players, you're going to see the very same accelerate, decelerate timing pattern we saw in the backswing segment. And if you'll recall, the window that these guys reach their maximum hand speed in the backswing is pretty small. Well, in the downswing, it's even smaller. A lot of golfers we've talked to over the years have told us their concept was that the hands and club head should be reaching their maximum speed right at impact. And that's partly true because the club should, but not the hands. The 3 big things we see players do that keep them from having this pro timing are number 1, too little speed early in the backswing. Think the old mantra, low and slow. And number 1 often leads to number 2, which is carrying too much speed too late into the top of the swing. And then number 3, the final problem concept we see from golfers that ruin professional timing is trying to be passive with the arms at the start of the downswing. And that goes back to, again, you're just lowering, straightening as you turn, getting those things in order. Now, what will undo that is if you come into the top, bouncing the club around, because you'll start to cast, you'll start to extend the arms too early, and all that will happen later.
Yeah, and when you're watching a swing on video, a great thing to look at is this thing should really kind of just settle down. It shouldn't be flopping around. It should.
Does David like to say for that?
Oh, like you can hang clothes on it.
Right.
Like,
Put your laundry on.
it just gets up there, real settled in. It doesn't bounce around too much. It's not. You can see too much momentum in the top because it goes like that, right? So it's really kind of dying and gathering, so you can ramp things up really early. When you pull on it, the club comes with you. Right? If I pull on this and it's bouncing, the thing has a tendency to go all over the place.
It's going to go, it's literally going to come out of a different spot every time. Makes it tough to be consistent that way. All right, so now we're kind of coming out of the top. We're getting some hand speed early. That's starting to ramp up. Now roughly a left arm parallel to impact. Care to guess how long that takes?
I think you've done this before. It's 0.08 seconds.
Yeah, roughly about a 3/4 of a tenth of a second.
Okay.
Okay? Very fast. Now, to drive how quickly that happens home, pull out your phone, open up your stopwatch on your phone, and with one finger, don't cheat trying to do 2 fingers. With one finger, try to start and stop that stopwatch in less than 0.8, or try to 0.08 seconds.
Right. 0.08.
0.08, not 0.8.
0.08. So tap tap. See what the number is. Tap tap. Give it 2 or 3 tries. Post your best result in the comments down below. I want to see if anybody can actually do it because it's fast.
Right. And as you're doing that, think about all of the things that you've been trying to do in your golf swing below left arm parallel, and see if all that jives with how difficult it is to start and stop that stop.
If you've got 3 swing thoughts from here to the ball, your brain can't even send a signal that fast. Right? To make all those things. So you want to be real sure you got things very settled and where they should be about right here. So then you can just unwind and be athletic, right? From there, we're just hitting. We don't be thinking about 10 different things from there to the ball. A, you can't do it anyway. And B, it if you're having to do all that, you probably didn't get the club in a good spot here.
That's right. Pay's the biggest part. You can't do it. So that kind of drives the point home. Like all of the work, when we look at professional golfers compared to amateurs, the bulk of their work is done by that point. That's usually when most amateurs are trying now to start doing it.
Exactly.
Again, it goes back to the free throw analogy. You can do all the pieces when you do them really make or breaks quality of the golf swing.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and give it a like. Also, if you have any questions about today's video or you have an idea of a video that you want us to shoot, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. We read every single comment. We also respond to the comments. So again, leave us a comment if you have any questions or there's anything you'd like to see. Now, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. We have videos coming out every single week and we don't want you to miss one. So by clicking subscribe, that ensures you're notified right away when a new video comes out. And hey, if you want to add instant distance to your drive, and we all do, everybody wants more distance, go ahead and click the link in the pinned comment below. You're going to see a link. Click on it. It's going to take you to a page. You're going to enter your name and email address. We're going to send you an email where you're going to get access to instant distance, which is a video training that we put out. We know it's going to help you. We know we're going to see you farther down the fairway.
Not right side bend, but left side bend, like you'd also see in a good swing. That cheerleader curve to the right now looks even more pronounced. And as you can see, there is zero right side bend here. You're just being fooled by the spine's kyphosis and rotation. And to compound the deception even further, if the camera is off from the center line of your spine at all, which it certainly will be if you're recording a swing, you're going to get an even grosser misrepresentation of what the spine is doing. We introduced the movement dials to highlight the individual simultaneous movements that make up what you see in great swings. We showed the dials to cement the concept, but they aren't something you need to think about during your swing. The practical application is much simpler. For your backswing, just visualize a box meeting your torso at the center. You'll athletically adjust your dials correctly by just turning inside this box. Years ago, we saw more golfers lifting their torsos up and out of the box. Nowadays, we see way more golfers diving their torsos down below the box. The explanation is always an attempt to dive into early lead side bend in an effort to point the shoulders at the golf ball. That's again something none of these pros or any of the other pros we have numbers on do. Maxing out your lead side bend early also limits your ability to turn. So again, just picture yourself turning inside your box. In transition or downswing, none of the golfers you saw today, or anyone in our database, actually do Rich's cheerleader move. That means none of those players use chest sway or bouncing into right side bend to shallow the club. We're not saying it's impossible to do those things, we're just saying we haven't seen any good players do it. But if you need more information on how to shallow the club, we went into detail on how great players do it in our Pros vs. Ames video on shallow. As you reach impact, the amount of side bend needed from your spine isn't as much as many golfers like Rich tell us they've been trying to achieve. The key is making sure you're utilizing your pelvis's tilt to take a lot of the burden off your spine. The goal at impact is to have your overall torso tilt relative to the ground match your torso rotation. Meaning if your chest is 24 degrees open at impact, make sure your chest is in 24 degrees of side bend. That can be done with 12 degrees of pelvic side bend and 12 degrees of spine side bend. Just know that all should come from your spine. Because of the amount of information that we needed to cover in this video, we decided to put the drills that we had Richard do in his lesson in a separate video. So if you'd like to see those drills to get Richard's game back on track, which I'm happy to report he's now back to a 4 handicap and doing it all pain-free, make sure to click on the link in the first pinned comment below. Thank you for watching and letting us share with you what we've learned about side bend and chest sway over the years. If our videos have helped you at all, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out much. Also, if there's something that we covered that wasn't quite clear, or maybe you have a question about something we didn't cover, please don't hesitate to ask down in the comment section below. We'll see you all in the next video.
Hey everyone, my name is Jeff. I came down to see Sean and Mike for 2 main reasons that have been driving me crazy. My club slamming pulls and my rotation. So you've been struggling with the same issues. I hope my lesson helps.
In just a moment, you're going to see for yourself, but let's just say Jeff is quite the presence on the golf course. He just celebrated his 50th birthday, stands tall at 6'4", and jokes that he's about a bill overweight. Despite struggling with the pulls, he's maintained a single-digit handicap, but it's on the rise. And according to Jeff, the pulls tend to show up at the worst possible time. Right off the bat, Jeff was clear about his struggles. The pulls were really getting to him. He also joked about how hard it's been for him to rotate, just kind of chalking it up to not being in great shape. And for the last few months, he's been trying to iron out these issues with a couple of prescribed drills. He's been swinging with an alignment stick tucked into his belt loops to help him push his arms out front during the downswing. Then he's been using a range bucket under his right foot to force his right hip to stay back early in the downswing. When asked if these drills were making any difference,
If anything, things have actually gotten worse the past couple months.
after recording a few of Jeff's swings, we broke it down like this. There's good news and bad news here. The good news, he was doing exactly what he'd been trying to achieve. The bad news, well, it's actually making his issues worse. And we find ourselves explaining this quite often to golfers. That's why understanding correct concepts is crucial. Because unfortunately, the golf swing isn't like picking from a menu. You can't just select what looks good. Every element must have a necessity behind it, especially in the downswing. But as with Jeff, adding these menu items without the necessity to have them will make things worse, not better. So let's see if we can't help Jeff create these necessities. Jeff loves a good competition at his golf course. So the first thing we needed to tackle in our one out together were his pulls. To show you a clear picture of what was happening during his swing, we got dots on the center of his right hand, think the palm of his hand, in the middle of his right shoulder joint, and in the middle of his right knee. These dots will let you track the movement of these key segments in real time. Now, take a look at where his lines are here at address. Notice how far past his toes his hand and shoulder lines fall, and how far his knee is behind his toes. He's got a 13-inch spread between these lines. By comparison, tour average is about half that. This setup is partly due to his height, partly due because he has a little bit of a belly, and some just from falling into bad habits with his posture. As he starts moving to the top, watch how he repositions these lines. His shoulder moves 5 inches deeper away from the target line. This is really good. His right hand moves back 6 inches deeper from the target line to get behind his shoulder, which again, very good. But check out his knee compared to his hand. His right knee is 7 inches deeper than his right hand at the top of his swing. This sets him up for some big problems in the downswing. Now I want to point out that we're mentioning these numbers for the video so we can all be on the same page with what we're looking at and what's being shown. To make the same sort of changes you're about to see Jeff make, you won't need to know how many inches your knee is from your hand. You'll see the practical application of all this as we go on. As Jeff starts down, watch how his right hand passes over his right shoulder. If you ever need to teach someone how to hit pulls, getting their right hand to do this would be a great place to start. By the time Jeff reaches lead arm parallel, his hand is now 11 inches in front of his knee. At this point, he's created the perfect reason for himself not to rotate. Remember those drills he was working on? Well, he's taught himself to keep his arms up as his hands go out to avoid hitting that alignment stick in his belt loops. Unfortunately, that's just been priming him for more pulls. He's loading a pull into the chamber on every swing, then having to do anything he can in that 1/8 of a second he has from here to impact to try to avoid firing one off to the left. And that's an exhausting way to play golf. The real kicker is that the second drill, keeping his right hip back, is actually making things much worse. It's like a double whammy. This is exactly when the frustration really hits a boiling point for most golfers, when you've been diligently practicing what you thought were helpful fixes, only to find out they're actually making the original problem worse. As Jeff reaches impact, you can see how a left miss unfolds. His hips are literally 20 degrees open, his hands work straight out towards the golf ball. He drops the club underplaying late, and then overshuts the face. The result on this shot, a ball that started slightly left, then drew even more left. Now Jeff was relieved it wasn't an outright pull, but it was still a ball that started left and was moving left. A shot that only a puller would be relieved to hit.
What I realized was, as long as my hands were going out or my shoulder, if I rotated more, I'd just hit more pulls.
Simply adding more rotation to this existing arm movement would increase the number of pulls he hit. However, with an adjustment in his arm action, we would start to create a need to significantly improve his rotation. We suspected that Jeff's primary issue with his rotation was actually a time issue. Looking at his pelvis rotation number, you can see he closes his pelvis 51 degrees at the top of his swing with a 28-degree stretch between his pelvis and his chest. Then as he gets down to impact, his pelvis winds up open 19 degrees. This makes for 70 degrees of total rotation during his downswing. When we teach, we like intermediate as little as possible. So the first step is to see what changes come about just by improving his arm action. This is where the true value of precise measurements comes in and why a tool like gears is so valuable for us. It allows us to quickly determine if the changes we're making are beneficial or we need to adjust what we're having Jeff do. More importantly though, it provides tangible feedback that Jeff can use to anchor his feels in reality. We asked Jeff to only focus on getting his hands to work down under his shoulder at the start of his downswing. No drills, just that initially he'd go at a pace where he can make that happen. And after about 8 attempts, Jeff made this swing. This was a substantial change. Initially, his hand was passing his shoulder 5 inches above his shoulder. But now it's passing 7 inches below. This 12-inch adjustment occurred in just a few minutes by changing his concept and his focus. How did this affect his rotation? Well, despite the drastically improved hand path, Jeff's pelvic rotation at the top was almost the same, 49 degrees, just a 2-degree difference. Interestingly though, at impact, he was also 2 degrees more open than before, maintaining that 70 degrees of total rotation in his downswing. This consistency in his total rotation, despite the significant improvement in hand path, was telling, and it showed us exactly where we needed to go next with Jeff. Now's a good time to bring in the pros for some perspective. We don't have many players both Jeff's size and age, but we can look at some of the taller guys on the PGA Tour and some guys over 50 out there on the PGA Tour champions. Looking at these guys will help you make sense of everything we've been discussing so far and also set some realistic expectations. We'll start with 2 pros who are about 6'3", 6'4", and these guys are also roughly 20 years younger than Jeff. Check out the difference between Jeff and pro number 1 here at the tops of their swings. A pro's hand line is behind his knee, unlike Jeff's. Pro 1 also has 21 degrees less pelvis rotation with a healthy 46-degree stretch between his pelvis and his chest. As they make it down the lead on parallel, Jeff's actually rotated more than our pro, but the pro is nearly square to the target line while Jeff is still 16 degrees closed. Also notice the pro's hand working under his shoulder. As they reach impact, take a look at how much tighter the pro's lines are compared to Jeff's. Pro 1's total downswing rotation is 63 degrees. That's less than Jeff's 70 degrees. Despite Jeff's extra effort and more rotation, he ends up less open and 15 miles per hour slower. Pro number 2 will show a very similar story. Tight line groupings, hands over the knee, and almost identical rotation that we just saw from pro number 1 here at the top. He swings down under his shoulder and ends up twice as open as Jeff here at impact.
Stand it, bro.
He and Jeff both have 70.
Cannot stand it. Have got to show up.
2 young, fit PGA Tour players. Jeff has as much or more rotation, but is less open and has much slower club head speed. Now let's switch gears to a couple of senior tour pros who also happen to be major champions. Pro number 3
We have to show up. Why do I want to stay 3 under for?
43 degrees at the hips with an
That
impressive
doesn't make any
50 degree
sense.
stretch. As he moves to impact, you guessed it, his hands work under his shoulder. By the time he touches the ball, he's 38 degrees open with a total rotation of 81 degrees. Interestingly though, Jeff actually swings his 7-iron 2 miles per hour faster than Pro 3. Our last senior tour player, pro number 4, shows 35 degrees with his pelvis and a 35-degree stretch here at the top. His hand also moving down under his shoulder on his way to impact, where he gets 52 degrees open for a total rotation of 87 degrees. Now, despite Pro 4 being 33 degrees more open at impact and having 17 degrees more total rotation, he's 3 miles per hour slower than Jeff. To go even deeper, let's look at the rotational extremes in our database of just players with multiple PGA Tour wins. You'll notice how these guys are doing nothing different at the top. Hands are over the knees and behind the shoulders. But check out the stretch. One has a fairly normal 43-degree stretch, while the other, an outlier, has an insane 67-degree difference between his pelvis and his chest. Now, that's not something that most adults walking the earth can dream of doing. As they come down to impact, they work their hands under their shoulders, with one touching the ball 22 degrees open, while the other more than double that at 49 degrees open. So for the best of the best, guys who have teams of trainers, PTs, nutritionists, and masseuses, the rotational range all these multiple winners manage in their quarter of a second downswing is between 60 and 88 degrees. So we asked Jeff what he thought his rotation should be at impact.
I feel like I should be able to get 45 to 50 degrees open.
Then we asked him to show us what that looked like. He posed his pelvis 68 degrees open. Are you starting to see the problems here? Expecting to rotate 95 to 100 degrees and then posing it way more than that. When you're a big guy, out of shape, who sits at a desk and doesn't have a full-time support team like these pros do, it's just not very realistic, and your expectations are setting yourself up for a lot of frustration. All right, so now that Jeff's got a good grip on what his arm should do out of the top, and he's actually doing it, which is really all he's doing is just lowering his arms. See here on your screen, when his hand...
Why would you go there? I mean, just get over there and push it.
...the swing he started. That's just straightforward arm.
Bro, why would you fucking do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you are your worst fucking enemy. You are the fucking worst enemy of yourself.
Keeping it super simple and minimally invasive, we got Jeff to focus on just bending his right knee during his change of direction. We had a few reasons for giving him this cue. The trail knee plays a huge role in rotation. Check out his right knee in these swings. On the left, it's actually straightening as he starts down. On the right, although it's slow, it's starting to gain a little bit of bend. Typically, you'll see pros at about 8 degrees of trail knee bend from the tops of their swings to when their lead arm is parallel to the ground. Adding this knee bend gets the pelvis turning and leveling at the right time in the downswing. Plus, getting that trail knee to bend earlier sets you up for a dynamic change of direction from backswing to downswing. It's not about trying to restrict your hip turn, which is just as bad as wheeling your hips back as far as you can. Moving the trail knee correctly is a big part of that ground-up dynamic change of directions that you see from the best players. Then our final reason for giving Jeff this cue, it forces Jeff to do the opposite of what he'd been trying to do by keeping his trail hip back, a move you just do not see good players do. So we want this trail knee tweak to hit 3 birds with 1 stone.
Here we go.
Over the next few minutes, we captured
Just doing what Ryan does. Fucking plays well, and then boom, there's a hiccup. There's a hiccup. Let's fucking play like shit now.
That's when Sean stepped in to help, placing his hand on the back of Jeff's right knee to give a little nudge at the right time, showing him just how early that knee bend needs to start. You could almost see the light bulb going off above Jeff's head. After a couple of dry practice swings, he looks over with a big grin on his face and says,
"Oh, now I get it."
And here's the next ball he hit. Hand lowering, going down under his shoulder, knee adding 5 degrees of bend, pelvis nearly square, and all this happening nice and early by the time he hits the lead arm parallel. And look at how much this affected his pelvis rotation and stretch at the top. He went from a lumbering 51 degrees with a 28-degree stretch to a much more dynamic 37 degrees with a 38-degree stretch. And if you had to guess, which do you think would translate to a more dynamic impact? Because his arms are now lowering, he's created a real need to rotate more effectively. And by getting his trail knee working correctly earlier, he's changing direction with more stretch and arriving at impact.
This will be a fucking mess.
Much more speedy. And the kicker, his total rotation really didn't change. We just changed when he was spinning. All the credit goes to Jeff for digging in and making these changes so quickly. Just goes to show you how the concepts you practice can really make or break what you're trying to do. Our hour with Jeff wouldn't have been half as successful if Sean and I had just given him feels to try. It's crucial to base what you work on in real, tangible movements that can actually be seen and measured.
I know it, bro.
Feel is always
This is
going
my
to be
golf game.
subjective and interpreted.
This is my golf game. This is my golf game. And I just fucking don't. I don't get love. I don't get breaks. 3 and 4. I hit it more than I'm supposed to, and it's gonna snap like it's fucking.
It was about using the rotation he already had better. Tossing more rotation at every problem rarely does any good. If your club's not in a position that needs more rotation, forcing it can make your shots even worse. Most golfers we see who aren't open enough aren't doing so because of something physical. It's usually because they'd either hit it worse if they did open more, or they're stuck on the idea that they can max out their backswing turn and still magically spin themselves open by impact. If you're struggling with how open you are at impact, chances are you might be in one or both of those camps.
Just fucking the wheel.
It's been a few months since this lesson with Jeff. He emailed us recently to say,
In the couple weeks since our lesson, I've not really had any pulls, except for one round where I went to the range after the round and filmed myself and noticed that my hand was coming out over my shoulder yet. Easy fix, slowed down, got the feel back, and it's been getting busters ever since. I'm playing with my feels, obviously, but I'm still working on trying to base everything what I see in video. Another cool thing that I've noticed is I can't watch golf on TV now without seeing these pros and their relationship between their hand and their trail knee. Really gives me a tangible way to finally understand depth in the golf swing rather than just pointing my hand behind me as far as I can. I look now for where the hands are relative to the knee, and it's made for a cool understanding of depth. Now, I know my swing's not perfect. I still have things to work on, but I'm hitting it so much better, not hitting pulls, that I feel like I'm more open and impact.
after this video, we hope you won't be able to unsee it either. If you're curious about the 2 drills we gave Jeff to do when he got back home to keep his progress on track,
I mean, I ain't nothing else to fucking say besides I just fucking suck.
well, as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Alright, today's video, we're going to talk about a subject that I think all of us want more of, and a lot of us are finding really hard to get, and that's speed. What needs to happen in your golf swing?
I hit that ball fucking dead fucking straight.
Ball speed.
I mean, look, it's dead fucking straight.
That you may be trying to do
Dead
that are
straight.
hurting you from gaining speed. We're going to show
Dead
you
straight,
exactly
gang.
the things you need to be doing to get more speed in your swing.
Here we go! Goddamn, it's got to fucking show up!
Alright, Sean.
It's got to fucking show up! Goddamn right, boy. Come on, bring it, gang.
We see him every
Bring it dead fucking straight! Fucking dead straight, motherfucker! Goddamn, it didn't get pulled or nothing. Straight is straight! Your fucking goddamn fucking mathematic bullshit's wrong.
5 of them that we see very often. Chances are at least one
Fucking
of these times
game,
in
bro.
your swing. They're heavily on the concepts, but we're going to go through each 5 of them here before we get started with the gear. So number 1, it's a big one.
Number 1, let's just start from the bottom.
Straight is fucking
No
straight.
lateral motion starting back, like trying to not sway at all starting back.
Right. And we
Fucking
see
putt
this all
just
the time,
fucking
right?
fucks me, bro.
We see the image that
It
golfers
just
have in their head
motherfucking
is,
fucks me.
I don't want to like you okay, you swing, you do all that, right? That turns into not wanting to do that, turns into kind of doing that, thinking they're keeping the center of this belt buckle, right? Still, but my hips are actually moving way forward.
Yeah, what he's doing there, that is 100% a speed killer.
Bad. It's a shot killer too.
Yeah, so if you're trying to hold him completely still laterally and start the backswing, you're leaving out all this motion that can help you get things moving in the right direction, and also start tilting your hips, which is real important to get to how to add speed.
Right, we're going to show you a gears here in just a
Ah,
second.
motherfucking putt.
Should happen with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1, trying to kill your lateral motion. So we've got our pro and our am here. And just a reminder, all the data we're showing is from real golfers making real swings. These golfers get suited up with 32 markers placed at key locations across their body and club. This allows us to see exactly what's happening during the swing. We've also removed the club and ball so we can make our golfers as large as possible. But these are real swings. I've got to emphasize that. These are not practice swings. These are real swings. We want to highlight a couple things here on the screen. One, the swing numbers you see here at the top are going to give you real-time location information of where each golfer's center of pelvis is moving. Positive number means the pelvis is moving laterally towards the target. A negative number means it's moving laterally away from the target. Next, we're using these small rotating balls to track each golfer's center of pelvis.
Next time that will be fucking.
And finally, we put a
that will be fucking bullshit. That will be a different speed on the next go around.
Video on hip rotation and early extension, you know how important it is to not have a lot of your rear end behind this line. And as you can see here, our AM is in a very prototypical amateur setup with a lot of his butt behind that line. That's going to create an issue for you.
It's almost like it just, I don't know. I mean, goddamn.
You're going to see two.
Like I said, next time that will be 4-6 on my next time I hit it.
Every day. The pro is moving his pelvis to the right or away from the target as he rotates back. The AM is moving his pelvis forward as he rotates back. We're only taking these guys to the end of their takeaways or when the club shaft is parallel to the ground. At this spot, our pro here is right on a pro average of about 1.2 inches of movement away from the target at the end of his takeaway. Our AM has also moved 1.2 inches, but he's moved in the complete opposite direction. Anytime there's an opposite movement from what good players do, it's something you'll probably want to correct. Because our AM was told that sliding was bad, and he should avoid that at all costs, he thought and felt he was turning with a centered pivot. He felt he was turning around the middle of his hips, but as you can see, it wasn't the case. Moving laterally in the golf swing, whether you want to call it sliding, swaying, lateral movement, however you want to describe it, is not bad. It's when it's done and how much it's done, that's what creates the issues. Anything good can be overdone. So here's a great way to know if you're moving.
Man, what a good round this could have been.
Place an alignment stick outside your
I mean, this round could have been so
Swing
fucking
the club
good,
to
buddy.
the end of
I
your
mean, but
takeaway when the shaft is parallel
just
to the
can't
ground.
make putts,
If your hips
man.
have moved away from the alignment
Goddamn.
stick, you're moving your pelvis in the wrong direction as you turn. Instead, you want to see your right hip move into that stick a bit like you see our pro here doing. Doing this correctly will help set up your backswing for a dynamic and athletic downswing. All right, Sean, number 2. And this is one that we both did when we were younger.
Yeah.
We both have bad backs now.
I built a little contraption trying to
Yes.
so I could do this one.
I had a guy who was helping me with my swing. He wasn't an instructor. He was a really good player, right? You know, when you're younger and you go to like, okay, this is the best player at the club. Yeah. You get help from him, and you know you think it's gold, right? Told me to envision both of my knees in a cast.
Nope.
That sounds
Not
bad.
gonna fucking make 'em, bro.
And I did. I was pretty darn
Not
athletic
gonna
when I was
fucking
younger,
make 'em.
and I could do that. And I got
Ran out of
this.
gas at 3 under.
I aged really quick trying that, but we see that all the time.
Ran out of gas at 3 under.
Exactly. You know, I was trying to basically, if you put a shaft down like this across my knees, I was trying to not change the knee flex at all with either leg. Like I was thinking that one's okay to come in, but I didn't want him to change this way at all, which we know now is just dead wrong.
Trying to hold this low nose.
Goddamn, Ron, you lifted, you fucking straight lifted. I mean, you just did like this. It's here! It's fucking here, you fucking imbecile! This guy, dude, I just need to fucking quit.
You know, run your back, and I can speak to that.
Why am I wasting my fucking time? Why? What's the point?
Straightforward movement. Knee bend is something we see cause problems for both pros and amateurs. When and how much the knee bends has a big influence on what happens above and below it. Let's look at what happens in a good knee bend pattern. Notice how our pros' knees start changing.
Damn, dude, I hate. I just can't play.
Knee bend until late.
I mean, goddamn, I'm trying to hit this to fucking be fucking safe. Goddamn.
Top of the swing is right knee.
Shit, I'm safe. I'm in a fucking gully where I have no fucking shot. Safe. Game.
On how much knee bend you
Wonderful. You're a fucking amazing game.
5 to 10 degree loss in right knee bend with at least a doubling reason for this is it creates a tremendous advantage for you in the transition. When the right knee straightens, it raises the right hip. When the left knee doubles its bend, it lowers the left hip. That combo puts you in this powerful phenomenal position
Damn, bro.
which allows you to really leverage the ground.
You hit it straight into the fucking gully. I mean, and you're trying to be safe. I mean, I don't. Fuck. God damn, I'm so bad.
The blue arrow is the force generator.
I mean, just bad. I mean,
the yellow is the force generator under his left foot. Here at address, the forces are fairly balanced. As he starts moving and his knees begin to change their bend,
like for some reason, I cannot do this. I can't. I don't know why. It's like my fucking legs won't fucking cooperate.
Great players create the largest amount of force under their right foot. This is where the golfer is using the ground to brace against that movement created off the ball and takeaway. This is the dynamic starting point for the downswing. Now, by contrast, a common amateur move we see is this right foot spike late into the downswing as the golfer is trying to push off late to get to their left side nearing impact. Learning to bend your knees correctly will allow you to create a dynamic start to your downswing, which is a great and easy way to add a bunch of speed to your swing.
Okay, so for number 3, and these are kind of building in sequence as they show up in the lesson tee in popularity, right? This one is just overturning in the backswing, unlimited at all costs. Like I'm just going to rotate my body as much as possible, thinking that that windup will just be magic. This one is terrible.
It is frustrating, but goddamn, that's not fucking try.
Stand up. And one of the reasons it releases the body angle, so it allows them to turn more. So not only are they turning more, they're losing all these great.
Just like a fucking hit in my fucking throat.
Golf swing. So by trying to do that to get more speed, not only are they ruining the motion or the plane of their swing, right? They're going to slow down because it takes too much time to get that back to the ball. We can talk about that.
So they're going to do one element of the swing at the sake of about 5 other elements.
That's right.
That are very important for producing speed. So you're robbing Peter, and you got to pay Paul, Mary, John, and Tim on the downswing in a quarter of a second. You always wind up short.
I did it again.
So
I did it
just think
again.
about this aspect of rotation as far as timing goes. Okay?
Bro, you just
A
ain't
good
very
range of motion,
You know,
which is
I mean, it'd be
how
one
much
thing
you
if you were
rotate
good,
from the top of the
man,
swing
but you ain't
to
good.
impact. Right, that quarter of a second.
You got no right to fucking goddamn get angry.
Most normal golfers are somewhere around 70. A few really flexible, young, flat belly pros are around 90. So kind of a conservative range is that 75.
Damn!
In a quarter of a second. Well, we see golfers in the 60s and 70s.
Fuck!
60 to 65.
Fucking goddamn fuck!
They're
Motherfuck!
got the club wrapped around them. They think this is going to be easy. Now, the best they can do is get about
Holy shit, bro.
And again, the clock face.
I mean, I don't even know what to fucking say, man.
The chest is closed, the shoulders are really closed, and you've seen this guy on the range coming through impact like that.
This fucking goddamn shit ain't no good. This game glass shit sucks. By the way.
You can't cash in on it by impact because you're going to be.
We miss this too, really get it going.
By throwing the loft, you're just throwing the club head at the ball.
Yeah, so there's a way to turn correctly that you can still feel like you're making a big enough turn,
Right.
but you're putting your body in the right position to do it.
That's so much more valuable than generating speed. Okay, so
Fucking
scrap
goddamn.
the idea. And you'll see
Shoot
here what's
fucking
gonna happen.
200 on
Scrap
the
idea
front.
of just
And I'm
maximum
6 over on
rotation.
the. This is my game. This is how I play. Right fucking here is how I play. This is how I play golf.
Increase your rotation. You're looking at the
It's
before
fucking
and after.
insane. This is how I play.
63, if I remember correctly. And like most golfers over 50, he came to us looking to get back some of that speed lost to Father Time. He was told that more rotation was the key to more speed. More rotation going back and more rotation coming down. And that's exactly what he worked on. You're looking at his first swing that we captured, and this is him at the top of the swing. He's turned 45 degrees with the hips, 80 with the chest, 114 with his shoulders. Those are great numbers for any age. Now let's see if he was able to use that to his advantage. So here he is at impact. He was able to turn his hips 62 degrees during his downswing. So 45 close at the top to 17 degrees open at impact. Not balanced.
I'm fucking 7 over.
Players have equal amounts of rotation.
Since
on both
started
sides.
3 under. And goddamn, played fucking the first 8 holes 3 under.
So you
It could have been fucking 5 or 6 under.
45 close at the
And
top.
goddamn, all of a sudden just hit a fucking, like, hit a wall.
To be balanced. But that would require him to turn 90 degrees in the same amount of time he was only able to turn 62 degrees. You see why the idea of max rotating in the backswing most often wind up costing you distance? His club head speed on this 7-iron was 84 miles an hour. Now let's look at the swing he put up at the end of the lesson. He's now starting down a little less rotated than he was before. We'll go into detail about all the changes that we made to his swing in our next pros versus AMs. But we changed his rotation here at the top by changing his angles in the backswing. You can see the significant difference in how his body is positioned.
I don't have a fucking in between with this fucking putter,
As he
dude.
starts down, notice how much freer he's turning and how much more speed he's applying to the grip. We'll talk about this more in a few minutes. But
Just
you all
fucking goddamn fucking work.
either be passive
Goddamn,
or
this
to
fucking
rotate,
stupid
fully on
fucking
down,
thing.
Install your rotation. That's a bogus choice.
Jesus
because neither of
Christ,
those
bro.
is
I mean,
good.
what the
The goal
fuck,
should be to do
dude?
what our golfer here just did. He got
I
the
mean,
grip
this
and the
thing
club
is so
moving faster
stupid.
earlier and on plane, which allowed him, in his words, to turn through the ball like he had never felt before. He doubled his hip rotation from 17 degrees to 34 degrees open at impact. He added 10 more degrees of rotation to his chest, and his shoulders went from 2 closed to 8 open. Oh, and his club head speed jumped from 84 miles per hour to 92 miles per hour. By improving his body angles in the backswing,
Here
we
we
were able to
go.
improve
Here
his
we
transition
go.
sequence
Here we
and
go.
more
Here
speed
we
than
go.
earlier, which allowed him to
Here we
better
go.
balance his rotation.
Here we
And
fucking
for his
go.
success, he was rewarded
I was
with
fucking
51 miles per hour
3
speed
under
and a short
after
putt.
fucking 8 holes. It's fucking crazy. It could have been 5 or 6 under.
The idea, if you remember back,
I don't even know what to fucking say. Not teammate.
It goes with our point number 2. It's that holding all this, creating this X factor in the backswing, that eventually turned into trying to create X factor stretch in the downswing, where golfers are now trying to hold the shoulders,
Yes.
fire the lower body, and try to keep that, stretching rubber
Increase
band.
the stretch.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is that there's no time. At some point, that gap needs to be closed.
Right.
The gap between the upper and the lower body. And if you're increasing that stretch as you start down, you're never going to close it. Not only do you lose speed, your body
Just
comes in
fucking
this
terrible,
back
bro.
closed position. Now you're affecting the release and how you hit it on the front face. So
And this one,
is good.
yes, exactly right. This one always morphs into the idea too of passive with the arms, get the body super rotated, and then somewhere down here you can just blow the speed. Just burn speed down there and really increase your speed. And that's the opposite of what fast players do. You need that entire quarter of a second to generate speed. We've got to get this into the club moving as fast as we can early, so it transfers out to this end. If you wait and hold this end, you're going to be robbing yourself on the business end, and you're going to go slower because of mountains of data that shows that.
One of the coolest things about being able to measure golf swings in such detail is that we can learn what groups of golfers do compared to other groups. In this case, we've captured a number of pros who are the fastest of the fastest. You quickly learn what it takes to produce more speed when you're able to study what golfers do who have speed. It allows you to separate theory from fact fairly fast. When the goal of the downswing is to basically go from 0 miles per hour with the club head to 100 plus miles an hour in less than a quarter of a second, it's probably a good idea to look at the acceleration profiles. We can see how quickly the hips accelerate, we can see how quickly the chest accelerates, we can also see the same for the club, and lastly, we can see how fast the left arm accelerates in the downswing. Here you're looking at a different set of pro and amateur golfers. They're going to demonstrate what we commonly see with regards to acceleration. We're using these two golfers because they represent a large data set. They similar length backswings, which you're looking at them here at the tops of their swings, and they both rotate really well. In fact, the AM rotates more and gets more open than the pro does. The big difference here, though, is that the pro has 25 more miles per hour club head speed. So we've slowed down the pro swing to match the amateur's timing. We want you to be able to see what the pro does relative to what the AM does and what you can apply to your golf swing. One common trait we see with fast golfers is they get their left arm moving faster than their hips, their chest, and the club very early in the downswing. It's the opposite of being passive with the arms. We see them have very strong accelerations.
Make sure you get in there, gang. There you go. You did good.
From 0 to over 120 miles an hour in about 0.220 seconds. Not really something you can do passively. So what we're going to do is stop each of these golfers in their downswings when their left arm is accelerating faster than the club, the chest, and the hips. As you can see,
exactly
it
what
take our
you
pro long to reach that spot. The AM, however, never gets his left arm accelerating faster than the other three, which was something
this
he told
damn
us he was
round is
trying not to
gonna
do.
leave a
By the
bad,
end of the
really
lesson,
bad
we were
taste in
able
my
to help
mouth.
him change his concept, and most importantly,
just
show him how to
fucking
ramp
do
up his acceleration. How you can change those accelerations
This is
as he
gonna
did
leave
is
it
something we're going to
very
share a lot more about. Alright, so let's have a little fun here with our number 5 speed killer, which is oversimplification. First, let's be very clear. We love simple. Simple drills, simple swing thoughts, and simple concepts. All us golfers come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. We also come from a variety of different athletic backgrounds, and we want you to rely on those athletic instincts. In a misguided effort to simplify the golf swing, we often see golfers strip away key speed producers from their swings. The idea being, if I remove enough movement, the swing will become simpler. That's true, but there's a tipping point with that, and we see it tip in the wrong direction all the time. A great example of this is the topic of lateral movement. The fix for too much lateral movement isn't to remove it completely or just move in the opposite direction like we've already seen. We want you to apply that same logic to something as simple as a jump. We can really simplify a jump by removing the counter movement when you lower yourself to the ground. That would certainly make the jump more simple, but would it make it? Of course not. If you're tired of not swinging with the speed you know you're capable of, start by removing these 5 speed bumps from your swing. Most golfers will have at least one, you might have a couple, you might even have all of them. Whatever the case, just know it is fixable. You absolutely can decrease the speed you have now with the body you have now. We get to help golfers do it every day.
I just don't want it. It just gets up there and it keeps on going. It just keeps on going, bro. It just keeps on fucking going.
Just go on and on with these 4 topics. We're going to actually give you guys a free video out of our new training system. It's our speed generating system. Now, one of our most popular YouTube videos is our pros versus AMs on creating lag and hand speed out of the top. One of the most common comments from that video is, okay, great, I understand the concept, but how do I do it? This training series will show you exactly from start to finish how to do just that. We're going to give you guys a free video out of that we use all the time in lessons that will have you hitting the ball farther, have you hitting the ball with more speed. And how much time does it take?
You know what, 5 minutes maybe if I get him to do the drill.
We've seen 7 miles an hour in 5 minutes. Typically, way less than a normal golf lesson. You're going to be adding a decent amount of club head speed to your golf swing just by following what's in this free video.
Yeah, this drill kind of encompasses all the things you need to add in speed.
Right.
And without thinking too much, just kind of using your athletic ability and using the drill to do the teaching for you, which I think is what's so great
This
about it.
This is a very dynamic drill.
Yeah.
You are going to have the concepts from this video, go do this drill, and watch the speed increase. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to give that to you for free. All you need to do is go below this video, click on the link, put in your email, we'll send it right to you so you can get started adding speed today. Sean, in this video, we're going to talk about the complete guide. This is our encyclopedia of how to hit the golf ball long and straight. Alright, Sean,
fucking
so
8
like a book,
on the
we're going to start
6
from the beginning.
handicap.
What
It's
needs to
easy
happen
hole.
first to hit the ball?
A fucking easy
The only
motherfucking
thing
hole.
that connects us to this golf club is
And a
the
double
you
on
have to
fucking a
have
309.
functional grip.
There's a lot of variations.
And all I had to do, that's 4 to 6. That's 2 under right there by just fucking parting motherfuckers.
So one of them is the club needs to
31
be
putts.
in the fingers or in the base of the fingers instead of the palm.
That's right.
Especially
It's a big deal for hitting drives.
yeah, we always talk about picking up the suitcase or like you see Ricky Fowler and Adam Scott gripping the club back here like this, put it beside their